you're listening to KLOK, San Jose, San Francisco, and Oakland, the most powerful Lacy radio station in America, a Universal Media Access-owned radio station.
Attention, attention. Are you tired of expensive, low-quality web service providers? And are you looking for stunning, amazing, high-quality websites and want your website rank on first page of Google? तो आपकी तलाश खत्म होती है यहाँ. Please contact People Inc. on 510-449-9049, 510-449-9049, or visit them at www.beerbulls.com. Beerbulls Inc. offers award-winning custom-built websites, web and mobile application development, and internet marketing services. So contact कीजिए Beerbull Inc. को 510-449-9049. आपको satisfy करना और hard work करना, यही Beerbull Inc. का मकसद है.
The Shah Peerally Law Group is now opening its second office in San Francisco. After years of popular demand, the law group has finally decided to make the big jump and has its presence in San Francisco. For more than 10 years, the law group founded by the prominent attorney Shah Peerally has been dedicated to the immigrant community. The law group's new office is opening on February 20th, 2015, at the corner of 21st and Mission Street in the great city of San Francisco. For more information, call 415-643-4342 or 510-742-5887 or email sf@peerallylaw.com. Choose excellence. Choose the Shah Peerally Law Group. No attorney-client relationship is created by this ad.
Shah Peerally is a renowned lawyer in the Bay Area. His work has been commended by Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi and Barbara Lee. He's been featured on several major networks and publications, including NDTV, Times Now, and San Jose Mercury News. His law firm handles immigration and debt settlement. Listen to the Shah Peerally Law Shows on Monday, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on KLOK 1170 a.m. For more information, call 510-742-5887 or visit PeerallyLaw.com.
You came over to provide for your family, to give your kids a bright future. However, an immigrant faces certain parallels while trying to achieve the American dream. The Shah Peerally Law Group PC is here to be a friend on your side. Whether you're dealing with an H1B visa or trying to become a citizen, no matter the issue, the Shah Peerally Law Group PC can help. Their diverse, multilingual staff offer a systematic, responsive, team-oriented approach to give you the best effective and exceptional quality service you deserve in your time of need. The Shah Peerally Law Group PC has not only made a name for excellence and dedication, but is also renowned for its compassion and social work, including pro bono workshops, awareness campaigns, human and civil rights advocacy. Please call 510-742-5887 to set up an appointment for a consultation. Don't wait. The members of the Shah Peerally Law Group PC are ready to work for you. That's 510-742-5887. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship has been established. The law firm does not guarantee success. Check out the Shah Peerally Law Show every Monday at noon and every Thursday at 10 a.m., where Shah will discuss various immigration topics, provide news on immigration, and take your phone calls live. Only on Daisy 1170 a.m.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Sastika, namaskar to all our listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show. And today, of course, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about immigration, debt settlement, and some really good things happening on immigration. And, of course, bad things. It's like go back and forth. And we will be opening the line. You will be able to call us live on the show at 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. And also, if you want to do a consultation, private consultation, feel free to call our office at 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And anything I'm going to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call, 510-742-5887. The website to check is peerallylaw.com, or you can just type splgpc.com, splgpc.com. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start, of course, we've been talking a lot about what has happened on the H4, and of course, it's ready to be applied in the next, by May 26th, you will be able to apply for your EAD, and it's not automatic. I'm getting a lot of questions from people. I will try my best to answer most of them, but the truth is that it's not going to be just like applying for a regular EAD. You will have to prove a bunch of stuff, especially when it comes to the AC-21 issues. So if you need help, feel free to call our office. And if you have any questions, feel free to call the station today. And just to let you know, because we are talking about H1B, H4, I-140, that doesn't mean you cannot call on questions like family petitions, marriage petitions, so you name it. I don't know if we have any other caller right now. So this is Shah. Are you alive and here? Okay. I think okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to call 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. As I mentioned earlier, you can call us if you have any questions. Feel free to call us. So today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about H1B and termination of H1B because there's a lot of questions where people, especially now, I was listening to the news today, and many people, and this is becoming a trend, not only in the Bay Area, but all over the U.S., where pretty much people are getting jobs on a temporary basis, so 3 months, 4 months, and that's where many firms, consulting firms, offer a service to the people and basically help them to get jobs temporary, but they attach the H1B usually to those companies. But there is an issue that comes up all the time. What happens if you're terminated on your H1B? How do you deal with that? And what is the employer's duties on termination? Well, this is one thing that has always been kind of haunting both the employer and the employee. And there are some very, very important laws that pertains to termination of an employee on H1B because they are attached to the LCA, etc. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to feel free to call. So please, today I have German on the board, and so we have, I think we have some callers. Let me take the caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yeah, hi Shah. This is Kumar. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Kumar. What can I do for you, sir?
Yes, I have an approved 140 and my wife is on H4, and this question is regarding the H4, the new H4 EAD. So
yes.
My first question would be like, will they be also applying for an advance parole? Can they apply for an AP?
No. This is not the kind of, that's a very good question. The EAD that you're getting based on that H4 EAD rule, this isn't a special rule that has been pushed by USCIS, but of course, you know, all the things that we have done, and also by a bunch of people. This is limited only to a work permit. You can always travel on your H4 visa like you travel on H1, but you don't get an advance parole because an advance parole attaches only to what we call an adjustment of status. This is not an adjustment of status. This is an EAD which is very limited, and if you want to travel, you travel on your H4.
Oh, this is purely that H4 women or men can work only, not for travel purposes.
No, you can travel on your H4. Yeah, no. This is a different section of law. This is an amendment to the H1B law, not an adjustment of status. So
I got it. Again, if they want to travel, they have to carry the H1 copy of the spouse, and they have to go for a visa, right?
Yes. If they don't have a stamp on their passport, H4 stamp, yes, they have to go and get the stamp.
Yes,
Okay?
yes. Okay, and my second question would be, they were talking about even for the primary 140, whoever has got the approved 140, they can also file for AOS, not waiting for the current date, not waiting on the current date. I mean, when that is going to come, and do you have any idea about it?
That I heard about it, and I myself got trapped in that because I don't know if you had followed us. It's been like almost 5 years I've been fighting for the H4. I never really the focus, the idea was to help the H4 because of the idea, but then later on some people kind of got involved and they tried to push other stuff. But at the end of the day, the thing that we asked was only for the H4, and that's what we got. And that I-140 EAD, I just heard it suddenly just popped out because it was proposed, but nobody has really fought for it. The H4, if you go back into the timeline of the fight, since we did it in 2010 when it was on the books, it was limited only to the H4. And then later they came up with the idea. Some people came up with this idea. But the truth is that we had to focus on one thing so that we get it. If we asked for too much, we would not have gotten anything. But unfortunately, you know, the I-140, I was happy when I heard that they were trying to include the I-140. But the truth is that the reason the H4 happened is because it was a huge media campaign that we did behind it. Nothing. There was no lobbyists, nothing. The other one was, I know there was some good groups who was trying to push the I-140, but maybe we should do that for the I-140 now. Let's see if we can push a campaign on that. But I'm telling you, this is very draining. It requires a lot of approach to the government, to the media, and that's what worked, nothing else, because it created an awareness and people started identifying with those people who were suffering. That's why they gave the H4. Otherwise, it would not have happened.
And the other thing was also in the news, like they're going to use all the unused numbers from the past. So is that going to be happening, or is that again a gray area?
No. This is what has happened. I'm going to be honest with you. When we started fighting for the H4, a lot of people started tagging along and pushing their own agenda. And that's where they tried to put all this stuff. And I knew it was not going to happen because if you ask for too much, you will never get it. And at the end of the day, this was a different campaign they were doing with Congress. That campaign that went on the H4 was not done with Congress. We pretty much informed Congress. We got the support, but it didn't go through Congress. This was purely USCIS and the Obama administration. So the other stuff is, it was proposed. Every day they come up with new stuff. If you go online, you will see Congress will come up. But none of those were real stuff. The H4 was real because I knew the law was there. And this is the same letter that I wrote almost 4 years ago to Obama. This is exactly. And he even, some of the words I put in my letter was even quoted on his address. That's what was surprising. But you cannot, I know how the system works. I did it before for Tri-Valley students, and the same thing, it worked this time. So unfortunately, I wish they would have given more, but I knew they were not going to give that much. There's too much pressure on the other side to remove anything immigration. The H4 went in because of a lot of passion from people who are suffering. But I don't know on the I-140. Hopefully the I-140 will come soon. But for recapturing the dates, that's something that Congress has to do. I don't think the Obama administration will do that, especially now with all the lawsuits they're getting on their head. I doubt it. So let's be patient. Hopefully it will work. They will recapture time, but I think this time it has to be done through Congress. There should be a good movement pushing it in Congress. Okay?
Sure. Okay? Thank you. Great stuff.
Good luck to you. That's a very good question. I wanted to make clear to people because everybody's confused. And a lot of people are calling me and say, we voted for this or that, but that was not the goal from the beginning. The goal was to fight for the H4, and we identified it. If you look at all the articles that has been written on all the major networks, it was specific to the H4, and fortunately and unfortunately. But, you cannot fight a lot of battles at the same time. You can only fight one. Let me take another caller. This is Shah. You're live on air.
Hi, Mr. Peerally. Thank you for taking my call. My name is Ruchir Shende. First of all, I'd like to congratulate you on all your efforts for making the H4 EAD a reality, and a lot of people are thankful to you for that.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm really glad that it's a lot of satisfaction when you something like that happened. I was speechless when it happened. Yes, what can I do for
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
Hello?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm listening to you. Thank you so much. I wanted to thank you. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question for you. Actually, two questions. First one is this H4 EAD part of the executive action in the sense that is it a temporary thing where it might be repealed once Obama is no longer in office? Secondly, what happens to the H4 EAD if the corresponding H1 holder loses his job or tries to change his job? What happens in that case?
Well, two very interesting questions. For one, no, unlike DAPA or DACA, where it was purely in executive action, I doubt the H4 will be revoked unless, of course, they change the law. Because what has happened on the H4, it was an amendment of the H1B itself. And that was proposed by USCIS after a lot of people kind of wrote to USCIS, you need to give us a chance, and they themselves seeing that it was causing a lot of hardship on people on H4. So I doubt this will be repealed. And last time I checked, not even the conservatives are against it. Actually, they were very supportive. I got a lot of calls from conservatives too, that they were very supportive of this. So I doubt this will go away. But of course, you never know. Your second part of the question, yes, if your H1B gets canceled, I assume that the H4 will get canceled also. You don't get, if you lose the H4, you lose the EAD. Now, the other question, if your I-140 gets repealed, does your spouse lose the H4 EAD? I'm pretty sure if they're already given for 1 year or 2 years, you will be able to keep that part. But the next time when you renew that, you might have a chance it will be denied. Okay?
Okay. So as long as the I-140 doesn't get revoked, the H4 should continue till whatever time is left.
Yeah, this is what I assume because most of the law work this way in this field. So I assume this way, but we have not gotten kind of a very fine-tuned question and answers. Once the applications are going to be filed, then immigration will kind of craft a question and answer session and all those details that we'll mention. But I assume as a lawyer, I think yes. It's just the same rule as a AC-21 rule. If your I-140 is dead, you cannot do the extension. So it will be following the same rule. Okay?
Okay. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, good day. You're welcome, sir. You're welcome. Let me take another caller. This is Shah. You're live on air. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, this is Shah. You're live on air, sir.
Hi, Peerally. This is Neeraj. I have a question regarding the green card labor process. So the situation here is like my company had a big layoff in September. So September 15th, half of the company was let go, and I'm still with my job. And I was in the process of filing my green card labor, and now my attorney says like they cannot file it because we had layoff. So what is the process on that? Like what is the law actually? Like when can I again file my labor now?
Usually 6 months. 6 months after layoff, they don't really. It is something that is generally accepted. 6 months after, you should be able to file. But they are right. The law is very clear. If you look at the Form ETA 9039 itself, it mentioned was there any layoff in the company. The idea is if you are laying off people, how can you petition for someone? But if the layoff doesn't form part in your department, like for example, they are laying off people in marketing, they still need people in IT. You can still file it. But if there's a general layoff all over the place, then they cannot file it. Usually the rule is not rule, but what is accepted is 6 months. That's one of the biggest problems. You brought a very interesting issue here. I would like to tell that to everybody. Whenever you have big companies who's filing your green card, this is probably the biggest risk because they have restructure every year, every time, and they will lay off people. And that's why sometimes it's good to choose between a green card and a job in a big company sometimes. So it's a balance you guys have to find. Sometimes it's good to have a smaller company because they will be continuing on the same. They don't have mass layoff and things like that. So that's the risk. And if they start again and they lay off again, you will go to the same problem. So just make sure that you are the right company. Okay, yeah.
And one more question with the same thing. Like, So does this law applies to like public companies and private companies? So does it matter like I am in a private company or I'm in a public company?
Yeah, it applies to everybody. It's not a law. It's a law, but it's also an accepted fact. It's more logic, right? You're firing people and you're telling me you're hiring. So, and you're hiring non-U.S. citizens. That's where they make the line. But the truth is that, like I told you, if they're firing people, let's say, for example, you have a big company. They have one department in nanotechnology, one department biotechnology, one department in IT. The biotech is not working, nanotech is not working, but the IT is working, so you might not be affected. You can still file. The problem is just it's there, unfortunately. You can't get out of it.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Good luck to you. Wish you all the best. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air. Hello? Hello? Okay, I think we don't have more callers now. So, ladies and gentlemen, feel free to call. Thank you very, very much. I got some very, very intelligent, very interesting questions. You can still call 408-912-5565. You are listening to Attorney Shah Peerally, and we are talking about immigration, of course. And I have today on the board with me Jermaine. And let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah Peerally. Thanks for taking my call. I have two questions. Question number one.
Yes,
I'm on H1B visa. I'm a full-time with company A, and I got another offer with company B for a full-time as a work-from-home option. Can I work both the companies at the same time?
You have to have an H1B on both, but yes, yeah. What you should do, you do an H1B with the other company, and you can work. You can have multiple H1Bs. Multiple H1Bs are allowed. As long as you can prove basically you're working, you can work 25 hours on each, you should be okay. But any new company you will be working with, you have to file a new H1B. And you don't have to go to the quota, by the way. You can just use the same quota. But you can have multiple H1B.
Okay, so I don't need to inform to company A saying that I got another job, I'm working or anything. I mean to say it's not illegal or something.
No, it's not illegal if you have an H1B with company B. They have to file your H1B also with company A and B, okay? Then you can work with both. And you can decide to keep one or leave the other two, okay? As long as you're working, you're getting
question.
Yes,
thanks. Other one is like H4B, H4 EAD. Is there a way we have a process like a premium process for H1? Do we have anything for EAD?
No.
H4 EAD?
No. It's very clear. If you go on my website, peerallylaw.com, I wrote something. I will try to make it more simple because there's a lot of law in there. They clearly say there will be no premium processing. But one thing they're allowing people to do is concurrent filing. For example, let's say you were on F1 and you can get an H4. You can file the H4 and you can file the EAD at the same time. And within 90 days, they should adjudicate everything. You should get your... But until the H4 gets approved, you don't get the EAD. But no, there's no premium. They clearly said that, okay?
Okay. The last question, like when I move from one company to other company, I mean, I'm on H1B. When I move from one client to other client, do I need to every time include take a new H1B, file a new H1B, or from the current H1B I can move to different client?
Okay, very good question. Okay, there are two kinds of moving. There's one which as long as you're moving in the same metropolitan area, like 50 miles radius, that's how they kind of calculate it. You just have to do an LCA. But if you're moving to, let's say you're moving from San Francisco to even San Jose, let's say you move from San Francisco to Los Angeles, then not only you have to do an LCA, a new LCA amendment, but you also have to do an amendment of the H1B. Actually, I'm going to publish an article on that. I started working on it. I kind of got a little bit stopped because of the H4. But then they have to amend the I-129 petition. It's very, very important because now more and more the companies, the USCIS is doing spot checks. And if they on spot check, they don't see you at the location. Not only they go after you, they go after the entire company. And this is very important. Many employers don't know this, and they just do an LCA, and they are happy with it. Yeah, back in the days, they were accepting it. Now, no, you have to do an LCA and an amendment, okay? But not a new H1B. It's an amendment. But an amendment is just like filing a new H1B case, okay?
Okay, sounds good to me.
Okay, let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Thanks for taking my call. Mr. Shah, thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome. I'm listening to you.
Hello?
I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you.
Yeah, Mr. Shah,
yes,
my green card is expiring in August, and I'm eligible for, I know it's since 10 years, and it's going to expire in August. So I have, in India back home, I was debating whether I want to take a citizenship, but I have agriculture lands and then some court cases in Punjab, So does it affect you? Because I may have to go and attend the courts and give evidence. So it's a general question. I'm not holding you for your advice, but general, is it okay to still take citizenship?
For you, why is it a problem? I don't understand where is the problem. Do you have any? Okay, this is another. I'm a little bit confused. Do you have any criminal or is it a civil matter?
No, it is civil litigation. It is agriculture land.
Okay.
And then partition suits and other things.
Okay, I don't know the answer for America for your citizenship for America. As long as you don't stay in one row 6 months, you will get your citizenship. It won't affect anything because it's a civil matter. But the problem in India now, I don't know the rules, but as far as I know, once you become a citizen, and again, don't hold me on that because I'm not a lawyer licensed in India, but as far as I know, once you become a citizen of the United States, you have to renounce your citizen of India. And by renouncing the citizen of India, I don't know what effect this is going to have on your civil case there. That I don't know the answer. You might want to talk to a lawyer there. But here in the U.S., you should not have any problem to get your green get your citizenship. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Yeah. That I don't know the answer. You might want to talk to a lawyer there.
Hello.
You should not have any problem to get your...
Hello, you're live on air. Can you turn your radio up? Okay. Hello? 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 I think I'll take the next caller. I can't hear. This is Shabra. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. This is Peerally. Thank you for taking my call and thanks for the great service you're providing to the community. My question to you is, I have 140 approved with company A, and then that company, they merged with another company and they changed the company name to B. So my 140 is pending now, but I have 140 approved with the company A. Now, same thing for the H4, for my wife, will I be eligible to apply 140?
You're still
EAD?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure yes, because it's going to go according to the rule of mergers and acquisition. If the acquisition is based on basically taking all the assets, taking everything, and it should not be a problem. You have to make sure that if it is a successor in interest, that's the word that they use, successor in interest. If that's the case, yeah, your I-140 is still good, and your wife should get her EAD. But again, like I said before, this is the problem we are going to have with the EAD. This is new. Can you imagine? This has been a long fight, and 50 years this law has been the same. Nobody has tested it. So there will be some glitches, but I don't think your case you will have any problem. Okay?
Okay. Thanks a lot, sir.
Okay. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shapra. You're live on air.
Hey, Shaprali. This is Chandra, and thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, sir.
And I would like to congratulate and say thank you because you a great show and it's so much details that helps the community. Definitely.
Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate your nice words. What can I do for you, Chandra?
Yeah, I have I think a couple questions. First question is I have a approved I-140 in 2010. I'm still in queue, but my wife actually was on H4 and she joined college, last year on H4. And then because of all this confusion, I thought let us move her on F1. So I moved on her F1 and her petition got approved in September roughly. And the questions I have is right now, is it good to move her back on H4 and get prepared for her job, which is better? Or is it better her to continue on F1 and get a CPT or OPT and pursue the opportunity? Which way is better?
Well, at this point, That's a very, very difficult question to answer at this point. The truth is that the F1 is something which is obvious. It's already on the books. We know how it works. I don't like CPTs, to be honest, because I know CPTs has created a lot of havoc in the community. But OPT is not a problem. But OPT has its own rules. For example, if you don't use it for more than 90 days, you can lose it and things like that. I think this is the best way to do it is to continue on the F1. When it's time to apply for the EAD for the H4, since you can apply concurrently, you apply the change of status to the H4 and also the EAD. And the problem is right now, to answer you that, we have to test the H4 EAD because this is new. Like I said, this law has been there for almost more than 60 years, I think, 52 years or 60 years. It has been changed after 60 years. So I don't know if it is, I can answer you until we test it, but so far I think the H4 EAD will be better because you'll have more flexibility rather than an OPT. And since she's not going to get an OPT right now, then why wait? So what you'll do is that on May 26th you can give me a call and I can help you on that. We will do a change of status for her on H4 and then also an EAD together. Okay?
And I have another question. So, because if we move on back to H4, does she need for a stamping again if she go to India?
No. If she's on status on F1, you can change status to H4. If you go stamping, then you just come back. You don't have to wait that long. So this is going to be a case by case, like I said. Some people I will advise them to leave and come back to get it fast. Some people I tell them, no, don't leave, stay here. So that's why it's going to be important because this is a new law. I never encourage all the time to use attorneys, but when it comes to the new rule on H4, I will recommend having an attorney because this is so new that a mistake can really cost you. So I will start, by the way, handling all those H4 as from April 15. People are already calling me, but since we are in the H1B season, I'm focusing on that. But as from April 15, I will start calculating for people, and hopefully we can handle those cases for you. But at this point right now, don't do anything. Let's wait for May 26th to file, okay?
Yes, thanks for that.
Good luck. So, ladies and gentlemen, just as I was mentioning right now, if you need help on the H4, we are not filing right now because it's not available. I mean, the EAD. We will be starting getting documents and taking clients on those cases as from mid-April to prepare them for the May 26th or beginning of May. So give us a call at the office if you want to be on the list, 510-742-5887. And let me take another caller. This is Shah. You're live on air.
Hello?
Hello, yes. This is Shah. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. Thanks for taking my call. I have a question about my daughter. She's getting married, but her husband is right now, whatever, the guy is in Canada. He came for a visitor visa over there.
Yes.
But and he has visitor visa also for right here in the United States. So when he comes to us, we can keep him over here.
Yeah, you want to keep him with what you're talking about here, your daughter is a U.S. citizen, right?
Yeah, she is a U.S. citizen.
Yeah, technically, yes, but you have to understand the law, how it works. That visitor visa is not a dual intent visa. That means if you have the intention of basically go around the green card system using this visa, it can be dangerous. Mm-hmm. Having said that now, technically, this is how it works. For example, you are in India, and you already make the intention, when I come to America, I'll file a green card. Then you are kind of committing fraud. But once you enter United States on the B1, B2 visa, visitor visa, and then after that you make your intention to stay, then you are not, because the intention has to be at the time of entry. So now the question, how do they prove that? That's a different story. But it's very hard to answer, so it's better you give me a call at the office. I'll analyze your case, and I'll be glad to give you a better answer. But there's a very good article on my website on this, on Peerally law. It's called B1, B2 adjustment of status. It covers all those issues. You can read about it, okay?
Well, there's a way we can do something.
Of course, it happens all the time, but you just have to be careful, and I will not advise you to discuss it too much. Give me a call at the office. I'll tell you why.
Okay, you have office in Fremont, right?
My office is in Newark, close to Fremont.
Newark.
All right,
yeah,
okay, no problem. I will call you.
5 minutes, yeah. 510-742-5887. I will take another four more callers also because we're almost close. This is Shah. You are live in here. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Shah. Good morning.
Hi.
Hope you're having a good day. I had a question. I was just wondering, what's your prediction for EB3? Is there any chance for EB3 India with the rest of world moving so quickly? Do you think any spillovers will happen this year or next year?
I don't know, honestly. I had this question last. Okay, this is the problem I'm facing. Someone called me last time on the radio, and I say around May we will get the H4. Now they think it's going, but I don't know. I think from what I'm hearing, some of the stuff there might be a jump on EB3, but I am not confirmed on that. By December we should have a better position because if you look at EB3 for other countries, they're pretty good. So, and a lot of people shifted from EB3 to EB2, and if they adjust that, there is a chance that we will have a better movement on EB3. But at this point in time, I'm not very, very optimistic until I'll get a final answer. But I'm hearing some rumors that there might be some move, but I'm not sure about it.
Yeah, because for the last couple of years, the EB3 has moved like 7-8 years. So if it moves at that pace, there is a good possibility that it should become current in the next couple of months.
Yeah, what has happened, a lot of people have moved from EB3 to EB2, and that's kind of cleared up a lot of space. So let's hope, cross fingers. Looks like this year is going to be a good year for people in our community. So I'm hoping, like this gentleman called earlier, we'll have I-140 EAD, we will have clearance on the waiting. But a lot of people are fighting for it. So support anybody who's fighting for moving those dates. But I have not really focused on that. But we will see. I heard some rumors last couple of weeks ago that there will be a big movement in the next few months. But until I get concrete information, I don't want to tell about it.
I think EB3 India has been the forgotten community. I have been in this illegally for 14 years, and with the current rate, I'm still expecting 6-7 years more. So I don't know.
6-7 years, you're at least right now. I'm telling you, back in 2010, I think, when I calculated with a friend of mine, it was 32 years of waiting. So basically, if someone has a child, that child turned 21, file for their parents, it will go faster. But now it has been reduced. So let us not lose hope. You know, the same thing was happening for all the things we've been fighting for. I remember people were telling me I'm crazy fighting for the H4, but look what has happened. You know, we have to keep hope
that was
and fight.
really, Ms. I'm hearing your show for last 1 year, and you were always focusing on this H4 EAD, and I was with all the doom and gloom, I was not expecting it to go through, but that's really great win for you. Thank you.
Yeah, because thank you so much. But let me tell you how it worked. It worked because it was a really grassroots fight. It was not like the other fight where people will try to get this politician this. It was an awareness campaign, and it always worked. And if the same is done with the community and the awareness campaign, maybe we can change that. The only problem is like right now it's not the right time because of all the things going on in Congress. But I think by next year, someone has to start fighting for this and fight for it not with lobbies or things like that. It has to be fought really as an awareness campaign. Look at it from the perspective of human beings. You're here in this country and you're going to suffer, and you're probably an engineer, someone who's bringing money to the United States, and still they're making you suffer while you can be producing a lot more money for this country when we need people of talent here. So this is the approach that has to be taken, and I think if someone really stand up and take this approach, we have a better chance of winning rather than going all over the place. The focus should be on the human factor of it. So let's hope we will have some change, but I'm just waiting because I heard some stuff that people are saying India is going to be moving. So let us cross our fingers and hope, and with God willing, we'll make it happen, okay? Okay?
Thank you for your call.
Good luck. So before I take the other callers, I know a lot of people are waiting. I really apologize for that. I am going to talk a little bit about debt settlement, Jermaine. So just tell the few. I know the board is full of course, and I'm really happy, but I need to pass that message on debt settlement because, as you know, we also do debt settlement, ladies and gentlemen. One part of our practice, and we help people with their credit cards. We help people with with their second loan. We help people with judgments, and on the team we have Fela, who's doing an excellent job there when it comes to to this debt settlement. And one of the things I wanted to congratulate the team for that is they have gotten a settlement with the state of California on someone who was sued by workers' comp. So, and it was amazing because it was turned from $250,000 and something, and they settled it for half, which is very, very rare. And it happened, and we were dealing with the state of California. So anytime you have a judgment against you, or they are coming after you, except taxes, we might be able to help you. So give us a call, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. The website to check is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. Let me take another caller, German. This is Shah. You're live in here. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Shah.
Oh, hi.
I wanted to ask you, is there any chance of the H4 getting revoked or the law being changed by Congress?
I got that question earlier, and I answered it to someone. There's always a chance of any law getting revoked. Unfortunately,
like
even
if
the
new president
Constitution
comes soon, the new president is there, and he says, okay, whatever Obama did, I'm going to reverse it.
Yeah, this is possible, but I doubt it will happen for the H4. I'll tell you why. Because the difference in that one was not done like basic. Okay, if you look at DACA, prosecutor discretion, it came straight from the White House. White House proposed it. White House asked to do it. This one didn't come this way. The way the H4 came, we had a grassroots movement, and we went straight to USCIS. USCIS themselves proposed it, and then we got the backup of the executive. And the conservatives have never really fought against it because it's not something that big that will affect the economy. And if you look at all the analysis, it was not going to affect the economy negatively. And I doubt anybody. What you see being blocked, I was worried when I saw actually the
but
judge
it was
blocking
an executive
DAPA.
decision, right? So what happens is the next president wants to have his own executive decision. Could there be a chance?
Everybody had that. Bush also had his executive power. But if you look at history, I cannot predict politicians how they will think. I would be lying. But all the laws can be repealed. But the only thing I'm looking at is that we never had conservatives. Conservatives are the ones who are anti-immigration right now somehow, and many of them are pro-immigration. They are pro-mostly employment immigration. They are kind of against illegal immigration. And so far, they have actually supported us when it comes to when the fight was going on. So I doubt they will come back and reverse that one. However, and then even with the stay of the court in Texas that blocked DAPA and DACA, H4 was not affected because it was an amendment to the law. It's like an amendment to the Constitution, things like that. So I doubt they will change it now. I'm hoping they won't. And of course, any law. They can even tomorrow say they don't want H1B. Back in the days when I started practicing, there were 300,000 H1Bs, but now there are 65,000. So those things can happen, but I just hope it will not happen. But I doubt it will happen on this one.
Okay,
because there was too much fight. Yes.
Okay, another comment I wanted to make was the guy who called about the Indian citizenship. I think what happens is if you take up U.S. citizenship and if you renounce the Indian citizenship, you can't keep land, agriculture land.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So if you're not an Indian citizen, you're not allowed to keep agricultural land. You can buy property, but not agricultural land. So that's what I understand. So, yes.
Oh, okay. You got, because this is the problem. I'm not licensed in India. I don't know the answer.
From what I
thank you so much
from
for
what I heard is agricultural land you cannot keep if you're not a U.S. if you're not an Indian citizen.
Oh, okay. But like land for houses and things you can keep, right?
Different, but agricultural land then, and he's on a court case, so it's another problem will come up. So agricultural land is not allowed.
Okay, then. That's not a problem. So, ladies and gentlemen, I won't be able to take many callers. I think I have Amit online, but before I take Amit, I just wanted to take one more caller. But this is Shaprai. You're live on air. Hello?
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 Yeah, hi, Shaprai. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Okay. I came to USA on a H4 visa and status to F1 visa. This is my first semester of my education. Now I want to file for H1B visa. So, what is the possibility? Like, do I get any RFEs from the USCIS stating that you're changing statuses from H4 to F1 to H1?
Why would you get an RFE? Did you have an H1 before?
No.
Okay, then you're going to go into the new H1 quota, right?
Yes, from the April, this April, for this April.
Okay, then why would you get an RFE because of that? You can change status as long as you're doing it legally.
Because I'm still studying F1. I'm not completed the F1, so.
Okay.
Is that okay with the H1?
Yeah, of course, because H1 allows you to study. This is a H4 also allows you to study. So I don't think it will be a problem, no. But you will not be able to get an OPT, of course, if you shift to H1. So that's the only difference, okay?
Okay, and my CPT starts from August. So if my H1B processing is still, the outcome is still under processing, and if I take up the CPT in August, will it override my H1B processing?
No, it won't, because until October 1st, you don't kick on the H1. But once the H1 is kicked in, then you don't have an F1, and if you don't have an F1, you don't have CPT, okay?
Yeah, but if I take up the CPT in August, by the time if I won't get the result of the H1, so if I take up that CPT in August, so is it going to stop the processing of H1?
No, it won't. Technically,
okay. And
unless there's fraud on the CPT. I cannot take more questions, sir. I'm so sorry. I don't have a lot of time, sir. Why don't you give me a call at the office, 510-742-5887. I know you all call, and I am really appreciative of that. Unfortunately, time is very limited. Feel free to call again on Monday from noon to 1, or call me at the office. We'll do a consultation, 510-742-5887. And I have Amit on the show in a few minutes, so before Amit comes in, Amit, are you there?
Yes, I'm already here.
Yes, Amit. How are you, Amit? I hope you're doing well. Amit is going to talk about real estate. But before that, Amit, I wanted you to cover a little bit about the debt settlement and one of the judgment. We have gotten a settlement, basically where people who owe money to state of California, we negotiated with them and we got them a very good deal, $250,000 something was reduced to half of it, 50%. And Amit, I wanted to thank you for being on the show, and I'll let you finish the show. And German today was on the show. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. And if you have questions about the H4, we have this forum, splawforum.com, splawforum. Please post your question there. I'll be glad to answer. Or call us next week on the radio from noon to 1 on Monday and 10 to 11 a.m. on Thursday. Thank you, German. And anything I told you today, ladies and gentlemen, is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. The number to call, 510-742-5887. So, Amit, the microphone is all yours, and I'll see you guys all next week, 12 to 1. Bye-bye.
Great. Thank you, Shah. Sat Sri Akal, Adab Namaste to all the listeners, and first of all, I would like to wish Shah's team and all the listeners of KLOK a very, very happy Holi. This Holi brings all the variant of colors in your life and all the happiness and everything. So hopefully be safe, enjoy, and have fun, and we also need to make sure that our environment and surroundings are all, nature is all clean and everything as well. We need to, also our community also needs to be together and, have fun as well too. So, welcome, and I would like to let you know that this part of the segment is about the debt settlement that is done by Mr. Shah Peerally, and we also do the real estate as well, and both topics are connected somehow, some way, because the thing is everybody has to, face some kind of hardship, whether it has to deal with the real estate or it has to go with the credit card settlements or any loans that you have taken on your credit. So for that, actually, we are here to help you out. Let me give you my details first. My company that I work with is Epic Brokers, and my name is Amit Gambhir. So we specialize in first-time home buyers and sellers as well. If you're planning to sell or buy your real estate, with understanding the long-term relationship with us, we don't make sure that, the money for us, obviously, it's a priority, but it's not a top priority for us, our main thing is to build the relationship with you, to understand, what your concerns are, understand what you need, so that way we can try to make it happen and get you what you're looking for the long term. And the other thing is we also work with short sales, foreclosures. We also fix the credits. We have property management in our firm. We also do the mortgage as well. So we have the loan team who takes care of the loans as well. This market is a really great market for everybody right now. The way it's been going on, the rates has been so low. It's under like 4% for the first-time buyers, and for the investors, the ARM products are like really, really great. If your credit score is really good, and you have about 25% equity, you can probably get somewhere around 3% to 3.125 rate easily on your investment property on the ARM product, so which is an excellent opportunity to go for and try to get it done. On the other hand, the market, there were a couple of news that I was reading today that shows a positive growth in the market, that home prices really rose in January, because January market was pretty strong, and February actually we are waiting for the numbers, but we are expecting the numbers to be strong, because the other thing Fannie Mae had forecasted is that the strong job which we are expecting to grow, it is also going to boost the economy pretty good as well. So they are going to try to maintain the rates at a minimal level right now, but they have been going up from the last couple of weeks. So if you are looking to refinance and you want to lock your rate, or if you want to actually buy a house and thinking of starting the process, this is the perfect time for the pre-approval and see what rate you can get with the credit score that you have. You can qualify for the perfect house right now. On the other hand, I am going to talk a little bit in Punjabi right now, as if you are having any problem with debt settlement, then you can definitely call Mr. Shah Peerally. जी ते हुण मैं थोड़ा जिहा पंजाबी दे विच गल करांगा अगर तुहानू एक्चुअली प्रॉपर्टी दे विच तुहाडे दो लोन हैगे ने एंड तुहाडी प्रॉपर्टी अंडर वाटर स्टिल हैगी है एंड तुसीं अपना मकान बचाउण दी सोचदे पए हो इस वेले या तुहाडे उत्ते कोई भी क्रेडिट कार्ड दा भी लोन हैगा एनीथिंग दैट हैज बीन बॉदरिंग यू तुहाडे उत्ते हार्डशिप हैगी है तुहानू तुसीं उहनू सैटल करना चाहते हैगे हो ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮਿਸਟਰ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਪਰਾਲੀ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਹੋ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਨੰਬਰ ਹੈਗਾ 5107425887 ਤੇ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਰੀਅਲ ਸਟੇਟ ਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੋਈ ਜਾਣਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਸ਼ੋਰਟ ਸੇਲ ਕਰਨੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਹਾਲੇ ਵੀ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਹਾਊਸ ਹੈਗਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਅੰਡਰ ਵਾਟਰ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਇਟਸ ਨਾਟ ਇਨ ਦ ਬੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਇਟਸ ਆਊਟ ਆਫ ਦ ਬੇ ਏਰੀਆ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਇਜ਼ ਹਾਫਾ ਵਾਲੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਦੇ ਆਰ ਗਿਵਿੰਗ ਯੂ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਆਫ ਅਬਾਊਟ ਕਲੋਜ਼ ਟੂ $10,000 ਦਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕ੍ਰੈਡਿਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਫॉर ਡੂਇੰਗ ਦ ਸ਼ੋਰਟ ਸੇਲ ਔਨ ਦੀ ਹਾਫਾ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਾਓ ਓਨਲੀ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਇਮਰੀ ਹੈਗੀ primary owner vaste they will qualify you for that and you should be able to get the credit on that one. On the other hand agar tusi makan khareedna hega bechna hega to ode vaste tusi mainu contact kar sakde hege ho mera number hega 5102999361 meri website hegi hai gambhiramit.com. Sada jada office hega it is located in Fremont. We are open from Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. ਤੇ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਅਪਾਇੰਟਮੈਂਟ ਬਣਾਉਣੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਫॉर ਦ ਸੈਲਰਸ ਰਾਈਟ ਨਾਓ ਇਟਸ ਅ ਗੁੱਡ ਟਾਈਮ ਟੂ ਸੈਲ ਦ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਐਵਰੇਜ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਸ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਹੈਗਾ 450 ਐਂਡ ਅਬਵ ਤੇ ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਲੋਨ ਅਮਾਊਂਟ ਹੈਗਾ 3 ਲੱਖ ਦਾ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਦੀ ਵੈਲਿਊ ਆਲਰੇਡੀ ਐਕਚੁਅਲੀ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ ਹੈਗੀ ਅਰਾਊਂਡ 5 ਦੇ ਨੇੜੇ ਤੇੜੇ ਹੋਏਗੀ ਪ੍ਰੋਪਰਟੀ ਐਂਡ ਦੈਨ ਇਫ ਯੂ ਵਾਂਟ ਟੂ ਸੈਲ ਇਟ ਯੂ ਸ਼ੁੱਡ ਬੀ ਏਬਲ ਟੂ ਗੈਟ enough equity out of there and then you can if you want to upsize it you can buy upsize out ਅਗਰ ਤੁਸੀਂ downsize ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਵੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਰੇਟਸ ਕਾਫੀ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਤੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਡੈਫੀਨਿਟਲੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੰਟੈਕਟ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ ਸਿਰਫ 1.5% ਕਮਿਸ਼ਨ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਚਾਰਜ ਕਰਦੇ ਪਏ ਆ ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਲਿਸਨਰਸ ਨੂੰ KLOK ਦੇ ਤਾਕਿ you can get the top dollar ਅਸੀਂ full service provide ਕਰਦੇ ਹੈਗੇ with the open house marketing all over the place make sure you get the best buyer right now ਸਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਇਸ ਵੇਲੇ around 20 to 25 buyers ਹੈਗੇ ਨੇ in which we are trying to get in the property obviously demand ਕਾਫੀ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ even inventory is there but if you are looking to work it out that way you can definitely give us a call on the other hand ਅਗਰ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਕੋਲ ਕੋਈ ਵੀ ਡੈਟ ਹੈਗਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੀ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਡੈਟ ਸੈਟਲਮੈਂਟ ਕਰਾਉਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸ਼ਾਹ ਦੀ ਟੀਮ ਹੈਗੀ ਹੈ their office is located in Newark for that you can contact them at 510-742-5887 and they should be able to help you out in anything related with the credit card bills that you own, you have a hardship, student loan हैगा तुम्हारे होते या business loan हैगा, they will definitely be able to take care of it. But on the other hand, if you want to save your property, or you don't want to save your property because you don't have any other options, then definitely you can give us a call. We can see what we can do. We have definitely done so many of the HARP refis, which had definitely helped them, lower down their interest rates, and plus, add the delinquent balance to the loan amount. I guess we can definitely help you out on that one. So again, you can give me a call 510-299-9361.
Visit desi1170am.com and stay connected to your favorite hosts. Watch videos, listen to our live stream, and check out show profiles. That's desi1170am.com.